Hi, I'm Ryan with LES's Save Money, Saving Energy, and I wanted to share a hot tip about keeping warm in the wintertime. Instead of turning up your thermostat, turn on a portable space heater. After all, why heat your whole house when you only want the room you're in to be warm and toasty? Oh, that's too toasty. Don't touch that, Gracie. For more energy-saving tips like this, visit us at les.com or do a search for LES Video Vault on YouTube. We'll see you next time.
You should pick Wesleyan because
it's a school that whatever you want to be in life, you can certainly do it.
I wanted a small school, small campus where I could be one-on-one with my professors.
It's just like one big family. Not to mention the kind of education she gets is wonderful.
I didn't apply to any of the schools. I know Wesleyan was the one that I wanted to come to.
We want you to come join us and be part of the Prairie Wolf family and be a part of the tradition of success.
I always paid attention to fashion when I was growing up. And it's just fun to see it go from sketch pad all the way to actually being on shelves. Shoulder is a scarf with a pocket that you can store all of your basic necessities in. I think it's pretty amazing how quickly the company's grown. Union Bank has believed in me from day one. They have moved mountains for me to bring my product to life. The opportunity with Shoulder has led me all over the country. I love what I do.
This summer, all Nebraskans can test their skills against some of the best amateur athletes in the nation when the 2015 State Games of America come to Lincoln and Omaha. With an estimated 20,000 athletes expected to compete in more than 60 sports, this year's event is on track to be the largest in history. Make sure you're a part of it. Register now at sga2015.com. The 2015 State Games of America. More competition, more fun.
Today's Nebraska Wesleyan University Sports Network telecast is made possible by Lincoln Electric System. It's your electricity. Own it. Union Bank. You belong here. And Nebraska Wesleyan University.
(41-36), Nebraska Wesleyan on top of the Doane Tigers after one frame of play. In part to some hot shooting early from beyond the arc. Right there's one of them. Trey Bardsley knocking it down from way downtown. Holt got going for Doane midway through that first half, but Gieselman, the reigning GPAC player of the week, found his way to the bucket, the hoop and the harm there. Cool on the inside for the Tigers, and then a nice little backdoor feed to Karn for the Prairie Wolves. Saborn will hit a fadeaway jumper, keep them close, and really it was a long-range shot at the end of the half right here from Thompson that pushed it out to a 5-point cushion at the half. 8 of 17 from 3, 47.1%. We were saying, you know, after the hot start, they're struggling from 3. They've hit almost half their threes, and it's just because they hit 5 of 7 early to start.
Yeah, when you start that hot, you don't think it's going to get down. Law of averages is going to catch up with you at some point. But shooting 42% from the field's there's no slouch either.
And you look at the turnovers in this kind of a pace of a game, you think maybe that number would be a little higher. Nebraska Wesleyan is really taking care of the ball well.
If you're Nebraska Wesleyan, you're extremely happy with that defensive effort in the first half. I mean, I think coming in, if you told them, hey, you're only going to give up 36 in the first half, sold.
Exactly. You're giving up on average a 97 each contest, so you did more than better that there if you can stick with that here in the second half. Prairie Wolves to start it out will have the basketball. Thompson has just been, that's some big shots on offense, but it's a pest on defense for these Tigers. Bardsley, 3 on the way. That was short.
That one didn't look good coming out of his hand. Just never seemed to have a chance.
Holt tracked it down. Hunt on the dribble, and we've seen lots of different lineups for both squads. Deep benches, not afraid to go in, and let a bunch of different players get some action. Coach Weeks has had 9 different players start this season. 14 on the shot clock here. Good defensive possession for the Prairie Wolves. Cool backs his way down.
Put a have liked somebody to communicate that to him right away. I think if he knew right away that he had gotten that switch and had that mismatch, I think he goes to the hoop right away.
Yeah, Bardsley on Cool, definitely a mismatch. Reese, who was kind of strapped in the first half with foul trouble. Stein misses the three.
Same kind of start to the second half that we had in the first half, where both of them kind of seem to be feeling each other out, seeing what kind of shots they can get. Haven't had bad looks on either side.
Holt the quick first step and create a little separation there. Thompson with the rebound. He'll push it, that's for sure. Good bounce pass, transition. Little double clutch up and under and in for Blake Reese.
Boy, and if you're Coach Wellman, you got to be just ecstatic with Thompson's play tonight coming off the bench. I think he's been the spark plug, both defensively, and he's been facilitating the offense very, very well.
Been a good choice there to push the tempo. Three-pointer no good. Gieselman with it, not afraid to handle the basketball. Has a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-3, stepped in. No shot, but a blocking foul will go against Chase, or check that, Zach Hunt.
It telegraphed the attempt to draw the charge there from just about half court. Knew he was going to try to draw the charge. Nice move there to be able to kind of sidestep that, draw the block, as opposed to running right into the offensive foul.
Someone needs to take the ball out of bounds for the Prairie Wolves. A little miscommunication there.
I got it, you got it.
Bardsley. Thompson, nice spin move and good touch around the basket.
Just love that. 3 of 4 from the field for him, 7 points. Coming off the bench, that's huge. Kind of forcing coach to keep him out there on the floor at the same time.
Saborin gets to start here in the second half as the Tigers working around. Good defensive possession again.
Reese is working hard down low.
Reese picks up his third, and he thought maybe he had pretty good defense there. He might have got beat, but he wasn't sure about the foul.
For the majority of that possession, he was doing a great job of keeping that ball from getting inside.
Maybe a little bit of a knee in the back there, kind of as he got
beat. Not sure on the foul. He did get beat on that, but not.
Anyway, it's the third, and he'll earn a seat on the bench here for a little while. That brings in Jake Miller, the 6'2 junior out of Steamboat Springs. Scrum there, right under the hoop, still loose. Jump ball, and now literally a scrum, and we get between the players, and it's real close to, by the look on the official's face, to becoming a little bit more. Good piece of officiating.
Just a good hard play. No one was able to grab it. It was kind of squirting around. You get some guys going for it there. Nothing.
Probably a few words there at the end.
Yeah, everybody just getting fired
up.
Good
piece of officiating there, though.
Yeah, great job getting in the middle of that, making sure it doesn't escalate.
Conveying the situation with a look there. Didn't need to say anything. Just say, back off, calm down, we'll be all right.
You got your piece in. They're just exchanging spring break plans.
That's right. 3 on the way from Holt
there. It's a good look if you're Doane. That's the shot you're okay with.
Thompson accelerate. And then the putback by Jake Miller, who just came off the bench.
And that's what you want to do. Instead of getting after him on the floor, they're trying to get that loose ball, beat him on the scoreboard.
Back to a 9-point lead here. And a hold down low. Miller trying to do the best he could there.
Cool. No matter who's guarding him down there, Cool's just getting the best out of.
Cool's not a big, imposing physical factor. He's tall, but he's wiry, as they would say. He does a good job using his body.
Well, and that was a good just offensive setup. Started at the top of the key, got it to the corner, and quickly got it down low to him before the defender could reposition, draw the foul.
Miller again on Cool, kick out this time, back into him in 2 hands again. And they'll have to run a platoon of guys in here as now Miller picks up 2 quick ones.
That's going to be a detriment there. You can't keep, you don't have enough guys to keep filing them in like that.
That'll bring up Noah Clausen, senior from Ord, Nebraska. Home of the Chanticleers.
Boy, if you're Doane, you think you're just going to go right back down low again.
Yeah, you got to go right to Cool. Run some offense. He's working hard inside. That's where they feel like they have the advantage, I think, is in the post, especially in the half court. And it's going that way on an illegal screen.
I think if he doesn't throw the hand up there, I don't think he gets called for it. I think that's what the official was letting him know right there. The play happened around him. He didn't move his way into there, but once you throw the hand up, I think it's just a defensive thing, but still an offensive foul.
Gieselman kind of lost it in midair. Bardsley tracks it down and finds an opening all the way down the left side of the lane.
That was patience, working his way through, waited for the defense to clear out, had a nice, easy layup.
Bardsley at just 5'9", but deceptively quick. 3 on the way, too long. Foul's going to be called on Deontay Holt. His second, team's third. And Malix checks back in. So they go a little bit bigger with Malix at 6'7", Cool at 6'7". They haven't brought back in David McDonald, the 6'10" junior, but I think they feel like they can work that post area. Bardsley dribbles by, picks up a foul as he does, and that's 3 on Holt.
He got those real quick here. I think he's a guy that they need to keep on the floor, too.
And you have to respect the shot of Bardsley, and you just barely catch it in that replay. That kick out, if that play happens, it was a no-look behind-the-back kick out to someone for 3.
Yeah.
Back to Bardsley in the corner. Barn will circle the wagons, call out a play. Clausen. Stein for 3. In and out. Tigers want to push it. 2-on-1. Prairie Wolves get back quickly. 3 in transition, however, is up and good by Reed Williams. He has 9, all of them from beyond the arc.
That was just what Doane needed there. Now they need a defensive stop if they want to keep cutting into this lead.
That time it looked like Stein lost it on the way up.
Got numbers if they push.
Good hustle play by Stein, but he was on the line. And a great play to even get in the path of that pass.
Yeah, that looked like that was going to be a 3-on-1. Wesleyan players did just enough to get back into those passing lanes to make Doane feel uncomfortable.
Still an 8-point lead here. Played almost 5 minutes. Alex looked for a ball screen. Good job, Nebraska Wesleyan. So many people there, they run into each other.
Just packed it in the box.
Thompson, aggressive to the hole. Kick out Stein for 3. You betcha.
You have to respect Thompson's ability to drive. He gets the defense to collapse. Nice kick out in rhythm.
To an 11-point advantage. Biggest of the night. Bardsley steps in front of the pass, and Malix to beat. He lays it up and in.
We are getting up and down the court here.
And just like that, that's 5 points in a matter of 30 seconds.
And I say that and a foul gets called.
Foul slows the pace a little bit. Stein is first.
That's his first. Team score.
Stein will sit down. Trey Closter comes back in. Far sideline.
It's the turnover game is killing Doane right now. 11 to 3 in the turnovers.
There's almost another one. Thompson's hand stripped away from Cool, again dribbling down in that post region. He's so effective when he catches, turns, and makes a move. It's when he dribbles he gets in trouble. Malix, kick out, Cool, 3, up and in.
That's impressive there after bobbling it, because you think that throw his rhythm off, but that's what Doane's going to have to do to stay in this game.
Bardsley to Clausen. They're getting some good minutes out of Clausen here. He's spelling those 2 other post players with some foul trouble. Pull up there, no good. Thompson with the hustle play for second chance opportunity. inside to Clausen, spins into a double team, had it blocked. He's been right into that double team that time. Nowhere to go with it. Malix across the lane, and it was off of a Tiger.
Gave him a fastball when he probably needed to put a little bit more touch on that.
Clausen will sit down. Gieselman will return. It's got to be a well-conditioned bunch for Coach Wellman.
And for the Tigers, number 20.
The pace that they play at, the in-your-face defense.
Well, they're rotating about 12 players right now, and if you can rotate 12 players through your lineup, doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna start getting some good production out of them.
Well, you're gonna wear some other teams down. Thompson kick out 3 from the top, no good. Good look for Closter that time. He had 2 triples in the first half.
And that's their offense, and that's a shot that he's wide open. Take it.
Tigers trying to get back to a single-digit deficit. They trail by 10. Saborin in the corner over to Williams. Skip it out top. Good take. Made him double clutch it. Put back. Almost got fouled by his own guy.
Yeah, it was a great closeout after the skip. Just couldn't get anybody else in the lane to box out.
Pull up. Karn, yes.
There's not a defense for that. If you're going to pull up and take that and knock those down, there's not many teams that are going to be able to shut you down.
Ethan Karn with a triple. He has 8 on the night. Back to an 11-point lead. Student section, small but mighty here this evening. 13 on the shot clock, good defensive possession. There's an open look at 3 and buries it. So the minute I say something's going well defensively, a 3 goes down for the Tigers, and they're within 8.
Yeah, now if you're Wesleyan, you got enough time left in this game. You just can't let it turn into a run. A turnover doesn't help you.
It's like Bardsley and Thompson kind of occupying the same space there.
You got to think next time down they're going to go right at Holt, trying to get him into more foul trouble, get him back on the bench.
Bardsley's had luck driving the ball towards the basket against Holt. Karn did a good job just to sprint back. Good defense. And last touch by the Prairie Wolves. See what Coach Weeks has drawn up on this out of bounds plays. Saborin will key it in. All the way around the backside. Holt will drive the hole. Bardsley steps in on the help. Poked around. Bardsley with the rebound. Bardsley behind his back. Good strong take by Gieselman. Missed it. Put back. No good.
Looked like Gieselman and Karn might have gotten tied up there on the putback.
Sometimes, yeah. And look, sometimes Gieselman also gets going a little too fast for his own good. Hold foul down inside against Thompson. Cool returns for the Tigers.
And that's what Doane's going to have to start exploiting. If they're going to keep switching like that, anytime you get a big matched up with a guard, you're going to have to exploit that.
Magruder 6'5", Thompson 5'10". That's the matchup you want. Somewhere the rotation just didn't work out. They didn't get switched back. From their own hoop, point blank, cool off glass and in. Got to be more aware than that.
That was a lack of communication with a man with a cutter coming through the lane.
Just like that, from 11 to 5, Thompson all the way to the rack.
And then it happens on the other end.
Thompson with 9 points. Now that little press, just slowing things down. Back to an 8-point cushion, up by as many as 11. Pull up 3 on the way, no good. Rebound on, or a foul on the rebound. I think it's on Gieselman.
Looked like he might have just gotten a little overzealous.
Foul committed by number 23, Travis Gieselman. That's his 3rd. Team 6th.
3 on Gieselman, so a little bit foul trouble. Take a look on the rebound here, right there. Push in the back.
Elbow right in the back.
And they're going to take a timeout, talk this over. We'll pause as well. 59-51 Wolves on the Nebraska Wesleyan Sports Network.
I always paid attention to fashion when I was growing up. And it's just fun to see it go from sketch pad all the way to actually being on shelves. Shoulder is a scarf with a pocket that you can store all of your basic necessities in. I think it's pretty amazing how quickly the company's grown. Union Bank has believed in me from day one. They have moved mountains for me to bring my product to life. The opportunity with Shoulder has led me all over the country. I love what I do.
Voice of Nebraska Wesleyan Radio, Dick Janda across the way, our counterpart. You hear him all season long if you're looking for the radio broadcast. Longtime sports reporter here in the Lincoln area. Dick Janda, one of the best in the biz. Lincoln East dance team was here earlier tonight. Some East students in the house to support them, and the Nebraska Wesleyan faithful down on the other side of things. 59-51, 10 and a half minutes left. Maybe not the offensive pace. There's a lot of game left to be at 60 already, but Nebraska Wesleyan doing a good job defensively, holding the Tigers to 51 here. They give up 40 more points than that again.
Yeah, I think that if you're Wesleyan, you're looking at it going, hey, you got an 8-point lead with 10 minutes to go. Yeah, we haven't done what we want to do offensively. I mean, not having the greatest night, 23 of 52 from the field, but you're taking care of things on the defensive end, and you're winning by a couple possessions. That's what you want.
Cool against Gieselman, who stays in the game with those 3 fouls. See how that matchup works out down low. Holt's in there with 3 fouls for the Tigers. Thompson with the theft. Plenty of numbers to Bardsley. He gets the hoop, he gets the harm, and he's right in the grill of our own Haxby down there and doing some great camera work.
And that one all started with Thompson just picking his pocket and then dishing it out. Great job running the floor, quick early pass. You're in no man's land as a defender right there.
First free throw attempt of the night for Bardsley. In and out. For as many shot attempts as Nebraska Wesleyan does get up in a game, they don't shoot a ton of free throws. A lot of jump shots. Holt pulls up, got it to go. And Holt's just a tough assignment. Thompson through the lane. Does it all.
Thompson's got 11 points, 3 steals, 4 rebounds, all off the bench.
Got to start in the second half. And I like his shoes. Pull up for Holt. Got it. Back-to-back buckets.
Holt's going to do everything he can to try to keep Doane in this game.
7-point game. This won't go away. Hungry for that win after 5 straight losses. A little floater by Bardsley. What touch around the rim.
There's just so many different things that the Wesleyan offense does right that it's hard to defend them. I mean, you got to respect the 3, you got to respect the driving ability, and then get a guy pulling up with a little floater in the lane.
3 from the corner, and is it going to be on the shot or the rebound?
And that's going to be on Gieselman.
Gieselman, that's 4 on him. And it will be 3 shots.
You're saving grace there if you're Wesleyan. Gieselman's having a little bit of an off night. I mean, 4 of 12 from the field, so you want him on the floor, but at the same time, it's not killing him.
But that's about how you feel when Gieselman picks up his 4th. Coach Wellman there going, First one's up and in by Zimmerman, who is perfect from the line tonight, so the wrong guy to foul.
And Gieselman's really the only one of your players that's in any sort of foul trouble. I mean, Reese is 3, but in limited minutes, so it's a give and take.
Reese comes back in with those 3 fouls. All 3 free throws good by Zimmerman. has 14, 9 of those at the charity stripe. Perfect 9 for 9.
Like
Stein back in as well.
Like seeing the pace of offense pick up just a little bit here for Wesleyan.
Reese on the drive, kick it across, extra pass, Thompson.
Oh, nice move.
Pulls up, 3 on the way, no. Good offensive rebound that time by Keith and Carr. I think you hit the nail on the head, Wade. There's so many different ways they come at you. The drive of Thompson, the pull-up shot, the inside of Gieselman. Then Karn does a little bit of everything.
About the only thing I haven't seen him do is they haven't really, posted anybody up. But when you're hitting threes and doing everything else, you don't really need to.
And Holt's making people look silly there. Just a head fake. They got to respect the three. He has a nice mid-range jumper, just silky smooth everywhere on the court.
Holt's heating up, and he's a nice scorer. He's got a good-looking shot.
Inside Thompson, off glass, doesn't get it to go, but knew the contact was coming. Tried to get the shot up quickly.
His jersey might be a little bit snagged there. Coming across the lane here, had a handful of jersey as he came through.
Williams picks up his second. Thompson at the line for a pair. Thompson with a dozen on the night. On the season, Thompson's a 73.6% free throw shooter. He attempted about 85 less free throws than their opponents. That one was all but in and out. Look at the hustle by Bartz. Holt comes out of there with it, and he'll push the issue. Kick out for a 3 in the corner, way short. Up 7. Stein trying to knock one in from long range, and he does. He has 3 triples on the night.
He just looks so much more comfortable running.
They run their way to another 10-point lead and a timeout from Coach Weeks on the Doane sideline after another 3 by Stein. It's all Prairie Wolves.
This summer, all Nebraskans can test their skills against some of the best amateur athletes in the nation when the 2015 State Games of America come to Lincoln and Omaha. With an estimated 20,000 athletes expected to compete in more than 60 sports, this year's event is on track to be the largest in history. Make sure you're a part of it. Register now at sga2015.com. The 2015 State Games of America. More competition, more fun.
Tracy, Lucas Mormon along with you here on the Nebraska Wesleyan Sports Network. What a rivalry night here in Snyder Arena, the Tigers and the Prairie Wolves. It all goes back to the old NIAC days. Well run there, the 3 by Stein, pushed it to a 10-point lead, 7:40 to go. Holt's been heating up here in the second half. He's had a solid game all around. He's got 3 fouls.
A little 3-2 here.
Mixing it up, a little zone.
I like that coming out of the timeout.
Pull-up jumper, Holt fades away. Gets it to go. Deontay Holt, the junior from Lincoln North Star. A lot to handle. Nice crossover. Good take, good foul. And at the line will be Thompson.
He's just found a seam and has decided I'm going to the hoop. And if they try to shut me down, I'm going to kick it out. And it's
5'10", decent height for a guard, and he's very strong with the basketball.
Well, and watching this offense, what it makes me think of is almost kind of like that zone read that you see in football, where it's if you're going to shut one thing down, we're just going to kill you with something else. And
Byron Thompson, a kid who senior on this squad, didn't play a ton of minutes last year. Part of that because of 7 seniors, 6 that played, contributed, and were starters. Second free throw is good. Nice night. Lots of people in double figures, which is the norm for Nebraska Wesleyan. Back to a 9-point lead. Holt guarded by Bardsley. Good defense that time. Cool gets the rebound, still loose. Kicks it back out to Holt in the corner. Cool. On the pass is pushed, and it'll be against Reese, and that'll be 4 on him.
And that's going to be something that Prairie Wolves are going to have to address in recruiting is just getting somebody, 6'7", 6'8" that can be down there on the block, because that's what that was. You can't coach against height like that when you guys can jump and outreach you.
There's 2 players on the roster that are above 6'8". Other than that, everyone's 6'5" or less, and those 2 a freshman and a sophomore don't see much time. It's tough to find those 6'7", 6'8" guys that can put it up at the clip that you want to. You need Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah. And I don't even think you really even. It's not going to affect your offense if you go get a big guy like that, because he can come down. You need him defensively
to match up with some of those players 9 in and 9 out in the GPAC that have that post presence.
Yep. Because in the GPAC, that's where you're gonna see some of these teams. If they can shut down your outside game, they're just gonna take advantage of you on the inside.
They'll pack it in on you. Yep. Stein, nice little crossover to pull up. Thompson, after a hustle play from Bardsley, kept it alive. Bardsley, for a moment, had Holt matched up on him. 24 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Thompson with Holt. Inside they go. Clausen put it on the floor, kept it alive somehow, and they'll reset with 14. Bardsley says, no, we won't, we'll shoot it up. Clausen the other way on the push on the rebound. And that puts them at the charity stripe, and that's what you don't want to do, is stop the clock.
Yeah, and that just goes right back to what we were talking about. They wanted to push it down on the block. You don't quite have that.
You're in a little bit of foul trouble here. You got Reese and Gieselman on the bench with 4. Looks like a bloody nose, perhaps, over there on that Doane sideline. Says he's good to go. Riley Zimmerman. Officials and making sure he has enough room to operate. Take a look. We've still got some blood.
It's a blood timeout right now, making sure. That was just a little bit of a sideshow away from the blood timeout.
I think number 20 and 12 down there in the student section are wishing this blood timeout wouldn't last so long. They're hoisting their buddy there.
Sprung a leak. Now what are we waiting on here?
Oh, now we're ready for play. Back on the free throw line, so Coach Weeks trying to beat one of his former standouts, Trey Bardsley. Cool at the line. And he is cool under pressure.
Give them credit, they're trying to be.
They're trying. All they're missing is some huge oversized
some big faces. You only got one guy in costume.
Scooby-Doo can't do it all himself. In and out. Rebound comes down.
No banana.
To the Prairie Wolves. Nowhere to go for Richie, who's
I think
some minutes here and there. Trying to work him in, the sophomore.
You know another run's coming from Doane. You just have to be able to stop it when it comes.
Saborin checks back in for the Tigers. Poked away. 13 to work with on the shot clock here. Right now you got Gieselman on the bench. You got Reese on the bench. So 2 starters on the bench. Both with foul trouble. Thompson the kick out to Stein. Max Ritchie has his pocket picked. Zimmerman. Transition off glass, no. Rebound to Stein, all alone up ahead. Clausen through the lane, puts it up, control for the big man.
Yeah, and if Holt's not in foul trouble, that play goes quite a bit differently, but if you're Doane, you're okay with that. You concede the 2 and keep your top scorer in.
Now we got a foul here in the middle. They're going to say
too aggressively through the screen.
Pushed his way through. That's 2 on him. But that's 2 shots.
That's the worry if you're Wesleyan now, is that Doane can start clawing their way back into it with the clock not running.
Gieselman is at the scorer's table, ready to check in. Cool, pretty good free throw shooter at the line.
Every part of the rim on that one.
Gieselman, just his style of play lends itself to fouls.
Yep.
They'll have to, both offensively and defensively. We saw him with the offensive foul earlier. Cool makes them both. Players in and out both ways here. So about 12 men off the bench total for Nebraska Wesleyan.
The other worry you have if you're Wesleyan is you play such an up-tempo kind of game. Now when you want to kind of bleed the clock, if you go cold,
you're out of your element a little bit.
Yeah.
Gieselman right to work against Cool, up off glass and in. What a difference he makes.
Yeah, that's that player that you have to have with this offense to just give you everything.
And despite playing at 6'4", he plays taller and bigger than he is.
Yeah, the strength made that play right there.
And a lot of Prairie Wolf post players in the last, before this, under Cam's reign, that they played that way. They played larger than they were, just physical presence, much like Gieselman, who left that one short. The free throw shooting charity stripe hasn't been kind to either of the Nebraska Wesleyan men or women team. Holt pulls up from 12. Missed that one. Bardsley with it. Out of the pack. Kicks it across to Stein. Behind the back. Gieselman picks it up. Thompson points out the directions.
Oh, what a move.
He had that move in his head the minute he faced up. It's kind of like he sized up exactly where the defense is going to be and knew, here's how I'm getting from point A to B. Holt got away with the push-off. And he drew the foul.
Heady play right there by Holt. Got his defender in the air. It's an easy way to get three.
You know, easily you can be really frustrated at that. You think you got good play there by Holt. But as you said, maybe got away with that push-off. But look at Coach Wellman's demeanor over there. He's calm, cool, collected, soaking it all in.
Again, you're ecstatic with giving up 67 and only having 4 minutes to go in this game. You've accomplished your goals. And you're on pace offensively to hit your goals too, or get pretty close to them. Just about any time you get over the 80-point mark in GPAC play, you're feeling good about it.
Coach Wellman's first year, you don't exactly know exactly how that system works, but obviously he wants to put points up, and I think, the defense number will come, but as long as you're averaging more than the other team is, I think he's all right with that. I'm not going to put words in his mouth, but it works. The end result is good.
Yeah, end of the day, as long as you're winning when it hits 0, you don't really care. It could be a 20-18 game.
Peaceful, nice find to Thompson. Left it too hard, though. I think he thought contact was coming.
Yeah.
Chance to get it to single digits again. Holt puts it up and in. Thompson across the arm.
That run that's starting to build up a little bit. You have to be able to squelch this run that's going to start happening.
Good one. Thompson, they said they got him across the arms. There was a good reach in for help side. I think he got ball, but Thompson didn't feel like he got there. That's 4 on Thompson.
Coming back in with a little bit of stoppage protectors in the
25 now for Deontay Holt. Pull up for 3, in and out. Tarn that time with the miss. 7-point game. Holt with the basketball. High point man in the game. Left that one a little too short. Bardsley out of there with it. Hesitation down the sideline. Kick it back out. One extra pass. Stein. Got it that time. Stein is the John Paxson of Nebraska Wesleyan tonight.
Yep.
He's been in the right spot, just spotting up. Here's a spot up from the Tigers, no good. Big rebound, Gieselman, foul on the play, and he'll be at the line for the 1-and-1.
That just changes so much about this game when you can come down and hit that three.
Take a look here, goes up for the rebound. Holt got him, Cool got him.
Paid the price, but got the board.
They give it to Holt, so that's his fourth with 3 minutes left. Gieselman 1 rebound away from a double-double. Misses the free throw. 12 of...
I like this. Deny in the backcourt. Cause the turnover.
And all it was one guy.
One guy who really wasn't doing anything extraordinary other than just denying Holt the chance to bring the ball up the court.
Back at that 10-point lead. Under 3 minutes. Thompson inside Gieselman, going to go right around Holt and lay it up and in. That's a good matchup.
We talked so much how Doane was working to get those matchups. There it was on the opposite end.
Cool has knocked down a 3, tries another one, gets his own rebound right to the hoop, puts it up and in.
Like
good
that
follow.
following his shot.
Thompson saw the opening, kicked it out. Stein trying to put the dagger in. No. Put back, hoop in the arm. Keithan Farn has had some timely play.
Hey, that'll work. You didn't get the dagger in the corner, but you might get it here.
Good work on the backside. No one checked him off.
Great job of just finding his way into the soft spot there. Great play.
Up and in for Karn. Karn's in double digits.
You almost would have liked to have seen Wesleyan go to this deny and Holt the chance to bring the ball up a little bit earlier.
A good adjustment by Coach Wellman. Bardsley tracks it down.
And it might have been a personnel issue too. I wasn't really paying that much attention to that too. If they changed personnel and then were able to go to that.
Bardsley now content to run a little, but Gieselman will take it. Now here's where you don't
ball
pick up
movement
that foul.
In the second half.
You like the aggressive nature, but Coach Wellman's right out there, and he kind of looks at Stein like, okay.
It's scoring time there.
Biggest lead of the night right now, 86-73.
But you're trying to get at that point in there that the ball movement in the second half for Wesleyan has been a big factor. You have the shooters, you just weren't getting them into shots in the first half. Second half, ball movement's right there, knocking them down.
One free throw up and good for Holt.
And for Doane, number 1.
26 on the night. Andre Collins in. We'll see how much that Coach Weeks extends this game when they start with the fouling. Coach Thompson wants to skip it all the way across. He does. And content to run some time. Karn will take it in though, put it up. And another hoop and hard. That was as high on the backboard as you could probably get it.
That is the stripe on the top of the backboard.
Look at the smile on his face. That says everything. Take a look again. That's.
And you see something kind of building here with this offensive. You're going to have a system that you're going to be able to recruit to very easily. It's fun to watch. Guys look like they're having fun playing in it.
Free throw's good. Six players in double figures for Nebraska Wesleyan. Rebound to Gieselman. He's fouled. 89-74. Trying to add to it.
That last three-point play might have just taken the wind out of the sails.
The line to shoot for the Prairie is number 23.
if there's a complaint to be found with the offense, it's free throw shooting, but that's about it.
Easily gets the first.
Both of them good there. 91-74. They're 3 points from their offensive average. Up and in. And they are going to try and extend it. Down 15 here. That's the 5th on Zimmerman.
At the line to shoot, number 30, Nick Stein. That was the 5th foul on number 20, Zimmerman.
2 of the newer coaches in the GPAC here. It's Coach Wellman, the newest, his first year, and Coach Weeks in his 3rd. And maybe, one might argue right now, the hottest team in the GPAC. Nebraska Wesleyan will have won 5 straight.
They're going to be a matchup nightmare for most teams going forward. Any team that can average putting up more than 90 points a game, that's scary to see coming.
Both teams towards the bottom half right now of the GPAC standings, but this is the midway point of the GPAC season, the 10th game of the night for each. Stein makes them both. They'll improve to 4 and 6 in GPAC play. Plenty of basketball going on tonight. Full slate. There's a 3 up and in. Under a minute. Bardsley dribbles through traffic, circles the wagons, and gets fouled.
That was number 5, Zach Martin. That's his 4th.
A couple more threes, get it down to single digits. If Wesleyan can miss some free throws, you make your free throws here, and this one probably gets in the books a little sooner rather than later. Bardsley misses. Other teams in action tonight. Dordt was at Northwestern, Dakota Wesleyan at Mount Marty, Hastings at Midland, and in a non-conference affair, Briar Cliff hosted Dakota State. 15-point game, make it a 13-point game as Andre Collins gets a bucket. Timeout on the floor. It's 94-81. Wesleyan in control. 44 seconds left.
Hi, I'm Ryan with LES's Save Money, Saving Energy, and I wanted to share a hot tip about keeping warm in the wintertime. Instead of turning up your thermostat, turn on a portable space heater. After all, why heat your whole house when you only want the room you're in to be warm and toasty? Oh, that's too toasty. Don't touch that, Gracie. For more energy-saving tips like this, visit us at les.com or do a search for LES Video Vault on YouTube. We'll see you next time.
Back here at Snyder Arena. Prairie Wolves looking for their 5th straight win. And looking to pick up number 4 in conference action. Karaoke night here. Nebraska Wesleyan. Doane not content to concede this yet though with 44.2 seconds left. Fouling to extend the game. They got a bucket. Bardsley gets the basketball. Karn back to Bardsley. Needs to get it across. He does. Stein. And there's a foul in the pass. Stein will be at the line.
And you like that if you're Wesleyan. It took you 10, 15 seconds to get it across. Well, they finally got the foul, but you ran off time.
Kept control of it. First foul of the night. On Saborin. Stein to add to his total. Smooth stroke. Well, they did it tonight. They got 95 points, but they didn't necessarily have their best shooting night. They're right at, I guess I looked at the wrong column there, 49%. He'll take that.
Like I said, the only real complaint you can have is free throw shooting.
And they've pulled it up here down the stretch as Stein checks out.
You're up 15 with 30 seconds left. There's not much to complain about there. A win in the GPAC's a win in the GPAC.
And it's always good to get that win over your rival. Because let's not kid ourselves here, there's no love lost between these schools.
That's just all, you just don't want to see anything get to the point with that here. With 30 seconds left, somebody fouled. Don't be stupid.
Crossover, nearly lost it. He tracks it back down. Good hustle. Shot clock's off. Circus shot up and in. And a quick timeout. We'll take it as well. 96-83. Wesleyan almost to the end of a victory here.
You should pick Wesleyan because
it's a school that whatever you want to be in life, you can certainly do it.
I wanted a small school, small campus where I could be one-on-one with my professors.
It's just like one big family. Not to mention the kind of education she gets is wonderful.
I didn't apply to any of the schools. I know Wesleyan was the one that I wanted to come to.
We want you to come join us and be part of the Prairie family and be a part of the tradition of success.
20 seconds left, all Prairie Wolves in this one. They're 2 points above their average on the year, 96 points, but they've done a nice job defensively compared to what they give up. They give up 97 coming in, foul on the play. It's going to go against Thompson. He pushed his way open, he'll be done. That's his fifth of the night, I believe.
Foul call number 12 by Thompson. That's his fifth.
That's a win right there if you're Doane. You get the foul and you get the ball, no time came off.
And for the Prairie Wolves, number 3, Paul Newby.
Maybe just a little too late here.
Good inbounds play. Get the bucket though.
They spoke too soon.
One more timeout here. It's a full timeout, so we'll pause one more time here for the final 18.3 after this.
I always paid attention to fashion when I was growing up. And it's just fun to see it go from sketch pad all the way to actually being on shelves. Shoulder is a scarf with a pocket that you can store all of your basic necessities in. I think it's pretty amazing how quickly the company's grown. Union Bank has believed in me from day one. They have moved mountains for me to bring my product to life. The opportunity with Shoulder has led me all over the country. I love what I do.
Thompson picked up his fifth foul, had a great night though. 17 seconds left. Let's see if they just can dribble this one out across the timeline. Try not to get trapped. Stein to Bardsley. Swing it back out, and that should be all she wrote for this one. As Karn will dribble it out and get a kick with 2 seconds left. Not just yet, not so fast, my friend.
A game that won't end.
Quick first half play, and then the second half here, the last 3 minutes drug on a little bit, but if you're a Wesleyan fan, you don't care. The end result is what you were looking for. 96-85 over the Tigers. Nebraska Wesleyan behind really the outstanding offensive play of everyone. Karn was in the action, Thompson. That time it was Reese. Doane made it interesting. They did hit from beyond the arc a little bit more in the second half of the first. There's Thompson, one of his great finishes on the night. There was Cool knocking one down, trying to keep the Tigers close, but a few big shots down the stretch. The floater by Bardsley. Holt answered, but it was a dagger right there by Stein that might have been too much as the Prairie Wolves pick up their 7th win of the season, the 4th in conference. The final 96-85 for our entire Nebraska Wesleyan Sports Network crew. Jamie, Bo, Josh, all the guys on the cameras. For Wade Tracy, I'm Lucas Moorman. Have a great night.
Today's Nebraska Wesleyan University Sports Network telecast was made possible by Lincoln Electric System. It's your electricity, own it. Union Bank, you belong here. And Nebraska Wesleyan University.